what is the meaning of my life? I'm sure every one of us have this question in back of their minds. Today, I'm going to share a perspective through which this question is not only going to make much more sense, but we are going to see that the answer lies just in front of us. But we are not looking it the right way. We all loved superheroes, right? When we were kids. And it's always inspiring to have Superman's power, the power to fly, the power to read others' mind, the power to become invisible. We always wanted to have those powers. But let me tell you something very important about every superhero story. The meaning into the character never actually comes from power. I repeat again, meaning into the character never actually comes from power. For example, we are in your favorite superhero story and the whole world is on chaos. There's destruction everywhere. People are dying. People are suffering brutally. Everything is wrong. And there exists your favorite superhero in that story. And you know what that superhero is doing? He's actually looking at those suffering people and he is feeling really sorry for them. He is actually really hurt by what those people are going through. And you know what he does after that? He takes out his phone and he captures the moment and writes a heavy caption and posts it. And after that, he just flies over and goes to his hometown, to his family, like how a happy family night goes. Do you see a problem? It's a superhero story. Your mind doesn't have that disposition that there exists evil, there exists a superhero. And the superhero has done nothing. He is just enjoying his life. You don't have that disposition in your brain. You know why? The actual heroism is not about those superpowers. The actual heroism is about fighting, standing up, and seeing in the eyes of the evil, and to doing all your best to fight against that. And that's how the character gains his meaning. And without that choice, even the superhero, with having all of those powers, he is also meaningless. Now, we all sitting here right now, we are actually really privileged ones. Some of us might be incredibly intelligent. Some might have a great education. Some might have great influence. Some might have very powerful voice. All these blessings that you share are actually your superpowers. Now the question comes, what are these blessings for? Are these blessings for your personal comfort? Or does these blessings carry a meaning that Superman was not able to identify? This is a real question. There is a beautiful book, Man's Search for Meaning, written by Viktor Frankl. In that book, he says something really beautiful. He says, it doesn't matter what you expected from life, but rather what life expects from you. Now, what does life expect from us? You see, we all sitting right here and very comfortable, very hopeful for our futures. There are actually people, their kids, who have seen their parents die in front of their eyes. We are really hopeful, but these kids have just lost every hope of their life. And it is not one-time incident. It happens every day, every week, every year. And when this happens, life asks a critical question to everyone who is blessed. What are you doing? What are you doing? When you look at this kid, what do you think? What comes to your mind? What if you were in that place? What if your kids were in that place? What position you would have been at that moment? You were also that much comfortable? No. The problem is that whatever blessing we have, we actually think that it's for our comfort. It's for our betterment, having a wishful life. But the reality is actually different. Life expects something from all of us so that we could do something for these kids. Now, some of us might be thinking, I'm not that much capable. I don't have those resources. I am not a Superman actually. What can I do? Yes, this happened. It wasn't your responsibility. But the question is, are you preparing yourself so that in the, let's say, next 5 years or 10 years, if something is going to happen again, are you preparing yourselves to stop this thing? Are you making yourself competent enough? Are you training yourself enough to stop, to be a hope for this kid, for this upcoming kid? Because it might not be your responsibility today. But if it happens in the next 5 years and you did nothing, then you actually have a silent contribution in letting this happen. So the perspective is really clear and simple. Whatever blessings that we carry, just like that superhero carries, they are not for his personal well-being. It is for a purpose. It is given by life for something. And that are the responsibilities of the society, of these kids. Because every blessing that you carry, it has a meaning, it has a responsibility. And in the words of Viktor Frankl, life asks you questions every time when you ask for meaning. And you can only respond by being responsible. Thank you.